Welcome back to the PeerPal Technical Manual. In this final section of the technical manual, I'll show you how PeerPal's custom exercises help to support the lessons taught while students make mistakes, how students can submit their assignments using the language editor to give to the teacher, and how teachers can give students grades and feedback to ensure that students know what they did wrong in their assignments and encourage them to do better in the next assignment. I'll also show a little behind-the-scenes footage of how PeerPal stores all of the assignments ever created in its special cloud storage. Now that we have looked at the gender lesson, which is how we learn how to match the correct pronoun and the noun in Spanish, by making sure we know whether the pronoun and the noun match in masculinity or femininity, which applies to Spanish but may also apply to other foreign languages, we can also do these custom exercises which help to reinforce the topic. So here's question number 1. Ana es blank. We have the choices bueno or buena. Now, if you know Spanish, you know that Ana is a feminine Hispanic name, so the correct answer should be buena. And if we click this, we have our response, congrats. That is the correct response because the feminine word buena matches with the feminine name Ana. But what if we get this wrong? When we get this wrong, it gives us the text, unfortunately this is wrong. Is Ana masculine or feminine? And here you can kind of think, well, if Ana is feminine, then the correct answer is buena. And since this is wrong and bueno is a masculine adjective, the correct answer should be buena, and it gives us this correct response. Let me do one more to illustrate to you the exercises. Carlos y yo somos blank. The correct response could either be inteligente or inteligentes. Carlos y yo is a plural subject. It is Carlos and I, so the correct response is inteligentes, and it gives us a response. It's correct because Carlos y yo creates a plural subject which matches with the plural adjective inteligentes. If we get it wrong, it tells us a guiding question. Is Carlos y yo singular or plural? And we can do all of these exercises and test our knowledge. So, and we get a reason why that is the case. Because for question number 10, una muchacha agradable, agradable matches with the feminine noun muchacha, a pleasant woman. Those are the lessons. But let's say we made this mistake and we understood everything. We know how to handle gender errors in Spanish. So let's answer all of these potential errors. Let's do a grammar check one more time, and we notice that no mistakes are found. So here, at this point, we could submit our response. So we click submit, and here we have our dialogue, and it submits this in a text file, which is fortunately what we need. So I'm going to call this Day in the Life. I'm going to save it to my desktop. And as you can see, we have our file. We also need to input our preterite tense assignment, and I'm going to put in an answer for that. So one preterite tense sentence I can say is Yo envío el correo, which means in Spanish, I sent the mail. I know that envío has a accent on the O, so I'm going to go to Utilities and obtain that accented O, which I can copy and paste over here. And we can check if there's any grammar mistakes. There are not, so I'm going to submit this assignment and save it on the desktop. As you can see, it's right over here. And that's all we need to do with the language editor. Now I can close out of it, and we can submit to our assignments. If we right-click, we get this little context menu. We can see a description that the teacher put for us. Write a story in Spanish about the daily life of a painter. I'm going to click Upload Assignment, and here's where we can upload our assignments. Remember, the teacher put all assignments to be submitted as a text file, so we have to submit only text files. So I'm going to upload these assignments, and now they're uploaded. Now we just need to wait for the teacher to grade them. Then you can always press the refresh button in order to get the grade. Right now, the teacher hasn't graded this assignment yet, but I'll show you how the teacher can grade the assignments. I'll be right back with the teacher point of view. Welcome back to the teacher point of view. Here we have our 2 assignments. We can always click the refresh button to see if any students have turned in their assignments, but so far we know that Michael has. And we know that Michael has turned in his assignment by double-clicking on the assignment and seeing his little panel over here. We have his avatar, we have his name, and we have 3 different buttons. The first button we can click is View Assignment, which gives us his assignment. So here is his text that we can read, and we can scan for clarity and see whether he answered the prompt of the assignment. We can give Michael a grade. So he did a pretty good job. I'm going to give him an 80. And we can also give him some custom feedback. So here I can give him some feedback. You did pretty well. I think you could improve on some of the indirect object pronouns used. We click OK, and we X out. Let's do the same thing for this assignment. We can view the assignment. We can update his grade. He'll get a 70 for this. And we can give feedback. Your assignment was good, but you need to have 6 sentences, not just 1. And we click OK. We can X out, and that's all the teacher has to do for now. Now, there's only 1 student that has submitted this assignment, but in reality, you would have a lot of students equal to the number of students in the class. You would be able to see all of their assignments, and you would be able to give them all grades and feedback for their assignments. That's all the teacher has to do for now. They can always click the refresh button to obtain more student responses, more students turn in their work, but now we can go back to the student perspective and see that grade change. And welcome back to the student perspective. Senator Seda has graded our assignments, as you can see from the status, graded. And he's given us a grade of 80 for the day of the life of the painter, and a grade of 70 for preterite tense 1. But let's say I'm very confused. Why was I given an 80? To save the teacher time, all we need to do is right-click, and we can actually see the teacher feedback. And here is the teacher's feedback of our first assignment. You did pretty well. I think you could improve on some of the indirect object pronouns used. And we can check our feedback on this assignment of preterite tense 1. Your assignment was good, but you need to have 6 sentences, not just 1. And that is how PeerPal works between the student and teacher. I think this is a really great way for this teacher to save some time on grading assignments, and for the student to easily obtain feedback on their mistakes and get feedback from the teacher on not just their syntax and grammar, but also their clarity of their assignment. All assignments are saved on the Microsoft Azure portal. As you can see, all of the assignments A Day in the Life of the Painter and Preterite Tense 1 by Michael, which is the student, are all saved inside this Microsoft Azure file share. And thank you for watching this prototype version of PeerPal. I hope that you think of using PeerPal in your own classroom to speed up grading on the teacher's part and to speed up learning a foreign language on the student's part. Thank you very much.